Today's episode of The Dark Paranormal is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it. So your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Companies and affiliates' potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations. Personally, I can find it really hard to focus, and as a non-drinker, I can also find it tricky to try and wind down. And how you go about finding your personal vibe is your individual choice. Do you know there's a 100% American farm-grown online cannabis company that ships federally legal THC direct to your door? And they found a way to combine THC with carefully selected functional ingredients so they can target nearly every mood and health concern you can think of. I'm talking about Mood.com's incredible line of functional gummies. And our listeners get 20% off their first order at Mood.com with the promo code DARKParanormal. Forget one-size-fits-all supplements that just get you high. Mood gummies are optimized so it can take as little as 15 minutes to take you to the mood you desire. Like the Mind Magic gummies for creativity and focus. Or PMS support to ease cramps and balance mood swings. And there's a plethora of other gummies for you to find your perfect mood. These days we all know gummies just to get high can be bought from just about anywhere. But Mood have changed the game by combining premium federally legal THC with targeted botanicals to help you get in the perfect mood in as little as 15 minutes with no dispensary lines or no awkward conversations, just better days and nights delivered discreetly to your door. Best of all, not only is every mood product backed by a 100-day satisfaction guarantee, as mentioned, our listeners can get 20% off their first order by entering the promo code DARKParanormal. So go to Mood.com and find the functional gummy that matches exactly what you're looking for and let Mood find your perfect mood. And don't forget to enter the promo code DARKParanormal for 20% off. Not all of our minisodes need to be from listeners. In fact, places or lesser-known cases can sometimes take us to dark realms. Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Dark Realms. Now today's Dark Realms comes to us from our listener Katerina. So a big thank you to Katerina, who suggested that we take a look into arguably one of the most famous dark realms that we've never covered. And that dark realm is the one and only Pennhurst Asylum in Pennsylvania. Now, before we move on to this absolutely heartbreaking and emotionally terrifying as well as physically and spiritually terrifying place, I need to give a quick shout out to our wonderful team over at Patreon. And if you wish to sign up to our Patreon, there are links in the show notes, and you can also just go to patreon.com/The Dark Paranormal. I personally think it is the best paranormal community anywhere. And yes, I'll be slightly biased, but also I've been in enough to know. And believe me, this is one of the good ones. A very good one. So without any further ado, let's jump into this dark realm. And when I say jump, I mean take a very tentative step into this dark realm. Hidden in the woods of Spring City, Pennsylvania, stands the now abandoned remains of Pennhurst State, School and Hospital. Today we know it as Penhurst Asylum. It was opened in 1908 as a residential institution for the mentally and physically disabled. Soon, however, it spiraled into one of America's darkest facilities. Overcrowded wards, neglect and abuse plagued it for decades, and many of the residents were children. Many endured the sort of suffering that leaves a permanent stain on a human being and on a place. By 1968, investigative journalists publicly exposed Pennhurst as a site of systemic cruelty, and in the years that followed, lawsuits mounted. Eventually, the institution closed in 1987, but the end of its operations did nothing to silence the sound within those hollow corridors. In fact, many say Pennhurst only really came alive
after it was abandoned. Footsteps echo where no living person walks. Doors will slam on their own. Unseen hands will tug at your clothes, and some who enter Pennhurst at night insist the atmosphere feels saturated, as though the walls themselves remember every scream, every heartbreak, every tragically lost soul. Today we take a look at Pennhurst's 3 most infamous spirits, increasing in terror as we go, as we like to do. From the ghost of a lonely child to a violent entity, and finally to a presence that many people have called demonic. These are the legends that keep Pennhurst alive. First, we look at Emily, the child who never left. Among the numerous ghostly tales of Pennhurst, one stands alone in its fragile sadness, the story of a little girl known as Emily. Many visitors and staff have reported the unmistakable sound of soft footsteps, giggles or gentle crying drifting through the halls of a night. She's most often associated with the old administration building, and she's described as a small girl in a pale dress, sometimes smiling, sometimes desperately confused. One former employee shared a chilling experience while alone in a fog-filled corridor. About 2 minutes in, I felt a huge tug on the back of my shirt, hard enough to make me stumble. When I looked around, no one was there. Later, she was told that a child patient once lived and died on that ward, a little girl who was tied to a gurney and was known to reach out for any attention from anyone who passed. But Emily's presence isn't always gentle. Another investigator describes seeing the apparition of a young girl, sitting on the floor with her knees pulled to her chest, her expression twisted with despair. Everyone present felt a crushing wave of nausea and sorrow, like the emotions of every mistreated child at Pennhurst was washing over them. Emily is a reminder, not all hauntings are seeking vengeance. Some are born of longing, loneliness, unfinished childhoods, ones who never escaped their suffering. Next, we'll hear about the aptly named Angry Man in the day room. Now, if Emily is Pennhurst's sorrow, this spirit is Pennhurst's rage. Deep within the old administration building lies a once busy day room. Today it belongs to a dark and aggressive entity, one widely believed to be either the ghost of a vicious staff member or a severely disturbed patient whose anger never faded in death. Staff members have described the same terrifying pattern of activity, sudden scratches appearing on their arms and backs, lockers slamming shut as though someone is trying to trap them. Then there's the sensation of being shoved, though nobody is around. One employee described the spirit succinctly. He's not very nice at all. Short but sweet. Visitors often report an overwhelming pressure in their chest, that instinctive feeling that something in the room wants them gone. Paranormal teams have captured disembodied voices, growling the words, "Get out," into their microphones, sometimes inches from where they stand, but weren't heard at the time. These outbursts aren't isolated either. In another building, the Philadelphia ward, the activity became so violent, pushing, hitting, mysterious bruises appearing, that staff eventually closed the area for safety. This spirit, whatever its origin, seemed to embody Pennhurst's cruelty. Where despair festers long enough, it seems to curdle into hatred. And this hate, it said, still walks its halls. But as terrifying as this entity is, and it is, It pales beside the force waiting beneath Penhurst, a presence feared by even seasoned investigators. Because lastly, we will take a look at the spirit said to be the most frightening of them all, going by the name of the King, aka the Tyrant of the Boiler Room.
You know, this holiday season, comfort isn't about finding more hustle, it's about slowing down, finding calm amidst the chaos, and creating a home that truly restores you. And that's where Avocado Green Mattress comes in, because you can create your own natural holiday oasis, because Avocado transforms your home into a peaceful grounding retreat, with their products made with certified organic and sustainably sourced materials. From breathable bedding to handcrafted mattresses, Avocado is all about true comfort, so you can rest, recharge, and wake up refreshed all season long. Every Avocado product is thoughtfully made with the planet and you in mind, and you can feel good about the comfort and quality that you're bringing into your home. And there are easy financing options with a firm to make your purchase more accessible. Prioritize rest and recharge with Avocado's organic comfort. Head to avocadogreenmattress.com today to create your natural oasis and save big during their holiday sale. Avocado, dream of better. Well, the holidays are almost here, and if you still have names on your list, don't panic, because Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping stress-free and joyful. They have thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts you literally won't find anywhere else. And you'll find those presents that say, I know you, I know what you like, I know what you love. And the chances of you giving someone a present they already have are exceptionally small. There is an artistry set that I've just bought for my little niece, and I know it's a one-of-a-kind and she will adore it. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the US. Many are crafted by independent artists and small businesses. So when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting those artists, those small businesses, and every purchase is a chance to choose something remarkable and feel good about where your money goes. Because with every purchase you make with Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a non-profit partner of your choice, donating more than $3.1 million to date. And they have something for everyone: mums, dads, kids, teens, book lovers, gardeners, mixologists, you name it. So don't wait. Make this holiday the year you give something truly unforgettable. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/darkparanormal. That's uncommongoods.com/darkparanormal for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary. Let's have a quick break to talk about those wonderful people at Happy Mammoth. You'll have heard me talking previously about Hormone Harmony, the supplement that helps women maintain optimal hormone levels, with over 50,000 glowing reviews from women worldwide, and 98% saying they'd recommend it to friends and family. Well, now you can take those results even further by pairing it with their prebiotic collagen protein, which helps restore gut lining integrity, promoting overall hormonal balance. It helps to relieve occasional bloating or gas, reduce sugar cravings, and help you feel satisfied longer. It helps support healthy, sustainable weight management, boost energy, and help stabilize mood swings. Because your gut directly affects your hormones, improving your gut health can amplify your hormone harmony results, so you can feel like yourself again. A friend of mine was struggling with occasional digestive issues and brain fog, and since adding prebiotic collagen protein, she's noticed a real lift in her energy and overall well-being. Happy Mammoth is dedicated to making women's lives easier, and that means using only science-backed ingredients that have been proven to work for women. They make no compromise when it comes to quality, and it shows. And right now, you can try prebiotic collagen protein and Hormone Harmony risk-free and get 15% off your entire first order with code DARKParanormal at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code DARKParanormal for 15% off today.
Below the decaying Mayflower Hall lies a basement of rusted pipes, flickering shadows and stale, unmoving air. This is Pennhurst's most infamous domain, and it belongs to a spirit known as the King. According to legend, the King was once a maintenance man who worked in these lower rooms many decades ago. And in death, he has become a dominating, territorial, terrifying force. People entering his chamber often encounter a sudden blast of hot air, a sharp smell of cigar smoke, a dense, hostile energy that seems to cling to their very skin. For reasons unknown, paranormal teams often leave cigarettes on the floor as offerings, perhaps because the king favours them, but it doesn't guarantee their safety. Witnesses describe a towering shadow figure stalking the boiler room. The king has shoved visitors, grabbed them, and even in some cases seemed to wrap his invisible fingers around their throat. One investigator who mocked his title was thrown violently across the room because he's especially hostile towards men. Women have occasionally reported gentler encounters, maybe a cold touch on the hair, or even intelligent responses to their questions. But this can shift without warning. The king is unpredictable. His anger even more so. And especially when he's displeased, the consequences can literally be brutal. Investigators have heard his voice echoing through the concrete. Go away. Leave. I will kill you. A female spirit is sometimes sensed nearby, believed to be the ghost of a resident or former patient, one who desperately tries to warn visitors to run, only for the king's growl to drown her out. Some believe the king is not human at all, but something much, much darker. Something darker and strengthened by decades of neglect, fear, rumoured rituals performed in the abandoned buildings in the years after Pennhurst closed. But whatever he or it is, one thing is certain. The king is the ruler of Pennhurst shadows, and he defends his dominion with a terrifying force. From Emily's desperate innocence, to the violent anger of the dayroom spirit, to the tyrannical king of cruelty, Pennhurst's ghosts all tell a story that history alone cannot contain. They remind us of a time when the vulnerable were forgotten, locked away, mistreated, abused. They remind us that some places absorb the emotions we pour into them. Fear, sorrow, rage, hatred, anger, until the building becomes a haunting in its own right. And they remind us that the past, especially a past as dark as Pennhurst, very rarely stays silent. And if you go to Pennhurst, you will feel it. The weight of the eyes on your back, a cold brush of air against your arm, the sense that something just stepped out of your sight. And should you hear a deep voice whisper, "Get out," from the darkness, you may be very wise to listen to that voice. But arguably the most terrifying and true and provable fact of the entire Pennhurst affair is what humans done to other humans, allegedly under the name of care. There are many images I could have shared on this video that, in truth, as people of any age could watch this video, I simply did not want to share. But they are out there. And if anyone has the stomach for them and really wants to learn just how dark humans can be, let alone the paranormal, I would suggest you seek them out. And yes, this week we were going to do our very first look at a legendary entity or spirit, but when Katerina sent in this email about Pennhurst, and I read a bit more about the situation that went on there, I had to address it immediately. Because one thing scares me when I look at this, and it's not the king, it's not the angry man, it's not even Emily. It's the fact history repeats. And this is one history we should all hope never does. So until next time, here on Dark Realms. Stay safe and take care.